Got to wrangle a trailer delivery today. Let me try to explain. So I was doing this job the other day and I was loading rounds into the back of the trailer. And it's always kind of a struggle to get that heavy stuff pushed up past the axles, you know, up to the front of the trailer. But I think I might have found a solution to that problem. And it's this thing, it's called a Haulit trailer. It's got like a live bottom conveyor belt thing that kind of moves stuff around like from the front to the back. And that's what's being delivered today. You know, normally you just like go out and buy a trailer kind of locally. This thing's manufactured in Utah. And the other thing, the owner of the company, like the guy who like patented this trailer and stuff, he's coming out here to deliver the trailer. Start keeping up on it. I'm a big one, we get our post back. A little bit down. Yep. It's hard with the trailer swinging. Thanks for doing it, man.
Oh, my pleasure. That one?
Trailer's on board. We didn't crash it. That's kind of a nice, positive thing. Randy's gonna follow me over to our place so we can kind of like talk about this thing. We call it a tip deck? Tilt deck?
Tilt deck. Yeah.
Tilt deck.
Yeah. It's electric over hydraulic.
Yep.
And we got dual rams on either side. So you got want to put another on?
I want to see that thing move.
Oh, it's in the move.
That's it?
That's it. Like that. You want to roll it off?
But can you explain this whole deal with these ramps and everything?
We call them skid plates.
Yeah.
And they've got rollers underneath them, so if you're on asphalt or cement, you don't tear people's yards up. But the reason we put them on there is so you can load walk behind minis and or small excavators. And then if you're unloading pallets of things, you want to make sure that you don't tip them over. Nobody likes their stuff.
So basically your pallet's going to come down your roller.
Yep.
And then it's going to come out the...
It's going to slide across the skid plates or on the ground. And then you pull out from under.
Just show me the batteries, will you?
Okay, I'll show you.
Keeping them hidden. All right, so you got double batteries,
Yeah.
just so you got more juice on board.
2 deep cycle batteries.
And this is the hydraulic system.
Yeah, this is your hydraulic reservoir. And you got a hydraulic pump, electric over hydraulic.
Yep.
Very similar to what's going on in dump trailers.
And there's a no-code port for charging it by cord.
I love this.
Or it'll charge from your truck. What lives in there? You know, kinds of...
Don't you love these latches?
You get all kinds of doors and stuff. Oh, so that's like a charge controller.
Yeah, you got a charge controller. Behind this plate, you see this is your drive motor.
So it runs a gear on a
Yep.
chain.
Yeah. It allows you to deliver heavy stuff to job sites quickly. You're able to load from the rear or from the sides, and ultimately it's time. Time is money.
Oh, that's crazy. What? I just hose this down, pressure wash it, whatever.
Guys get so dang dirty, you know.
Just don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it.
But right now, it's such a beautiful thing. I'm like, what do I polish this with?
Right.
Dawn dish soap? Randy just asked me if I had a sledgehammer because he wanted to hit the trailer.
3/16 torque tubing all the way through it.
So basically what he's saying is that when they build these things, they're using, what is it, 3x3?
4x4.
4x4 square tubing. What's the thickness on the tubing?
3/16.
3/16.
Yep.
Which is pretty much the same stuff I used on my flatbed. And that's just like in contrast to the dump trailer, which is all kind of I-beam. So why'd you guys do that? Why'd you go with the tubing instead of the I-beam?
2 reasons. One way, we wanted to get closer to the ground, so it's easier to unload things without tipping over.
So it's basically that you're getting the same strength,
getting
with
the same
thinner
strength.
structure.
Yep.
So the whole thing's kind of lower.
Absolutely.
All right. And there's also some extra gussets on the corners, it looks like.
Yep.
And then you're using that centerpiece for your wiring conduit to come out.
Yes. 7-strand wire comes back
to a junction box.
Yep.
Junction box right there.
Dexter torsion bar axles with brakes on both axles. So you got 14,000 pounds of carrying capacity.
That's a lot of logs. He was telling me people use these things to haul snow. I couldn't believe it.
I got a guy in Minnesota, spent 11 hours hauling snow off of job.
So basically they're coming in here with a skid steer,
Yep.
dumping piles of snow on the conveyor belt.
Conveyor, you push it off the back. You take that dump trailer in the air and try and unload it, everything's going to come out at once. For the Haulit, you can just meter it out.
I was delivering mulch for a while for a nonprofit. I would tip it, and then I would get there with my rake, kind of hit the pile until I try to get a third of it.
See,
you know?
Yeah. What I like to do is put a piece of plywood in between split loads. Put 2 to 3 yards up here in the front.
Put some plywood
Put your
down,
plywood, put your other one on the back.
and that way you can just really control it.
Yep.
All right, Randy's going to show me how the tarp works. Apparently, he's got someone sewing up these tarps.
These are custom made for Haulit in Salt Lake City, Utah. They're built so that the flap comes up over and you can roll it up into the tarping system.
All right.
And or you fold it out over your load and bungee them to your side rails.
I just like it when a few sticks and stuff fall out on the highway. So, you know,
right.
That's just my own personal preference. I would just say it's like a little more controlled than the old dump trailer. You know, it's not just a huge explosion of wood falling out, but you know, you can kind of like stop it if you want to stop it or make it roll. All right, that's an overview on the new conveyor belt loader trailer thing. I'm eager to get out on some jobs for sure, and you will see that on the channel shortly. Immediately, very soon. I'm actually in the middle of one right now where I'm thinking it might be the perfect tool. But you know how new equipment is, you know, you got to kind of get used to it, break it in, get a feel for it and stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing that with this trailer. It's not necessarily a how-to video, just a story of how I did it. Thanks for checking it out.